Hello, good evening to you all for a very much special entertainment purposes only. For touring with us, welcome to your Easter Monday, the 10th of the 4th, otherwise known or also known as April 2023. Just in case you haven't checked your calendars here, if you're watching live, it's 5 minutes past 9 p.m. If you don't believe me, check all your watches out there. And if you don't believe me, check all your calendars, because it's Monday, the 10th of April 2023. It's Nickalini Orange with you tonight. Let's go. You'll see me in just a moment, the face behind the voice. And the subtitles will be on the screen, by the way. I've just seen them on my laptop that I'm watching through a nice little streaming source tonight. So, the Easter special with Nickalini Orange follows shortly. Hello everybody, let's get everything all to perspective here, and hello, a very very good evening to you all. Of course, yes, we'll have to just move that across the other way so that you don't see it too often, unless we're having a short break or some kind of thing like that. And of course, yes, that will be just music only, just to fill up the gaps here, give me a tongue rest and that kind of thing. So it is your Easter special here. Who has eaten here? Give us a shout on the chat here if you've actually eaten all your Easter eggs already. If you have, do let us know, and we'll be delighted to hear from you tonight. And of course, we'll try and share the stream everywhere possible this evening here. And of course, it'll be a delight to see some people in the chat. Hopefully, later on in the program, we might see Alex Bailey in the chat. We might see Fruit, and of course, we might see a few of you later on. We'll see on that note, as it is, of course, only a Monday evening. It's quite weird because, of course, I would say this now. If you're watching on replay, then of course this may well be of use to you out there right now, and hopefully this stream will stay up depending on how good the show goes. We don't keep all streams up forever, just to clarify on that, and just to let people know on that. And of course, talking about more in-depth stuff with touring with us, we will be, of course, talking a little bit about that later on in the program. Let's hope for a bit more entertainment, a bit of love showing, and a bit of entertainment for everybody that, of course, wants to see what we do here on Touring With Us, which we'll talk about in depth a little bit later on in the program. And, of course, yes, Fruit has commented and said hi. And, of course, yes, are you in the wrong section there? Are you watching? And, of course, a big, huge comment from Fruit this evening. So, absolutely brilliant. I would say a massive hello to you, Fruit, and hello to anyone else watching right this minute here. So, yeah, I'm just checking up on that comment there that has just come in through the live stream tonight. And thank you very much for that comment. So, yeah, we do have a question that you might want to get yourself involved with. We'll see how many people answer. If nobody answers, of course, the prize is not given away. But, of course, rest assured, we are doing a fun question, which is kind of like a small quiz, and that entails you to answer one simple question. and of course, just um, you know, for those people who want to win a prize. So the question is, what is the surname of your host of the show tonight? So, of course, we're talking about the show that you're watching now and the show host that you're watching right now. What is the surname in question? So, if you think you know the answer from now until, of course, 10 o'clock tonight, that's probably when the show is likely to be finishing tonight. But, of course, if you think you know the answer, feel free to get in touch tonight and come and say hello in the chat, and come and spoil yourself by telling us your Easter stories here. Um, so there we have it. I just want to say a few shout outs to in particular the moderators that have been here for quite some time now, and of course they have, well, some of them, I think mostly all of them, have said Happy Easter on the actual day of Easter. So yeah, I'll go through that right now. Some people are giving it some likes here, and I'll go through the likes right now. In actual fact, of course, one of them is Nicole, and of course Lorraine, Nick, as in Nick Watson, Clint, and of course Rob and Stuart Matheson, Kim Smith, Steve, and of course Terry, I think, by the name of that, and Jake, Gillian, spelt with a G, and Robert, and Lee, Jahannan or something like that. Jana Ban, I think it's pronounced. It's a very difficult one to pronounce, but yeah, those are all the likes of my post on the profile, my actual official name, which I don't really like to give out too much. Excuse me. But of course, Merry Happy Easter, I did say on that wall there, and I want to give a shout out to those people who have wished me Happy Easter. So, yet we are to tell you, but of course we're going to tell you now. In actual fact, of course, Lorraine said Happy Easter. Hello to you. Tricia said hello. Well, basically, Happy Easter, basically. So Happy Easter to Tricia. Also, Sally, Happy Easter to you. And of course, Nikki Gibbs, Happy Easter to you, one of our moderators. And of course, Julian, Happy Easter as well. Giuliano from the NAR show. Hopefully, he'll do a show this week at some point. Maybe a special late edition of the Easter version. We'll see on that. And some dancing from, of course, yes, we know who. Likes to sort of send a bit of emojis, that kind of thing. So, yes, Terry said, enjoy your weekend. I'm sure we will do that, and I'm sure Terry will do that. And Kim Smith, which is our other moderator, hello to you. She's given us the Easter bunnies kind of, presents. Wow, I would say just emojis as a kind of thing of presents. And, of course, Happy Easter from Wendy as well. And of course, Stuart also said Happy Easter. The last one on the list there. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Can I buy some small eggs to you? Small eggs? Can I buy some small eggs for tomorrow when we meet? Great stuff. Small eggs. You might be able to win one as well if you answer the correct questions. Well, just one question. So come on the chat. I'm actually going to answer her now. Right, okay. Bear with me. Right, okay. If you come on the chat... Right, okay. If you come on the chat, you can actually win one right now. So, yeah, come and say hello to us. Don't be shy, give it a try here. And, of course, I have something to show you here. Hello, Fruit, who is in the chat right now. Fantastic. Our main moderator, making sure everything's running smoothly as per usual. Nick is in the chat for tonight. I am in the chat taking your questions tonight. And, of course, I want to say congratulations to Emma, I believe, who won the prize. In fact, did win the prize, and she's from Bury St Edmunds. And those prizes of, I would say, Cadbury's cream eggs or something like that. Cream eggs that I've got in the fridge. And yes, not the freezer, by the way. I've actually got some Cadbury's cream eggs in the fridge right now. And of course, yes, I've got a video of me doing Easter egg hunting in the garden. If you want to check that out at some point, was in the wrong live video. Oh, okay. So this here, I'm having to look at two screens at once. This is, of course, a thank you gift to, of course, a great bestie of mine that has been, of course, a bestie for very, very long time, and too long, I have to say. But, this is an award of saying thanks for being a good bestie. So there you go. And that is for the one inside. The one inside, she knows what that means. So there you go. That is on its way to you. As well as the prize of the cream eggs, because the prize winner was Emma from Bury St Edmunds, not Bury, Lancashire. There's two Burys, by the way, one in Lancashire and one in East Anglia. The one in East Anglia is what we are referring to. So, of course, the prizes will be on its way, probably most likely to be sent out tomorrow because of the bank holiday, that kind of thing. And if she's in the chat, massive hello to you, Emma. And hopefully you get more interactive with us. And perhaps you could be the star of the show as well. That would be great. Okay, can I have an Easter egg? If you win one, you will be able to actually be our star of the show. Plus, you will be a prize winner. Anyone can win it. It's open to anyone, the competition. And the question is, now, of course, there's a quiz going on at the Drabbot Smock in Haverhill. I'm actually surprised it's still going, the quiz in Haverhill, because, it's Easter Monday, and I thought, it's a quiet sort of day out, and hardly anyone's about. But, of course, there's still a quiz going on in the Drabbot Smock every Monday, seems to be, even on Easter Monday. But anyway, the question is, now if you stay with the one you're on for this one, because it's very key that you listen to this carefully. Okay, are you waiting for it? What is the surname of today's show host? The host of the show is, what is the surname? If you think you know the answer, put it down in the chat. That's what the chat's for. It's open for anyone to have a chat amongst themselves in a friendly sort of way. And the answer will be revealed at the end of the show. So you've got to stay and wait. It's a waiting game here to find out the answer to the question here for the prize of, yes, a simple prize of a cream eggs. I think it's a box of cream eggs worth about 6 of them. But, yes. So if you fancy your chance of winning one of those, then that prize could be going to you at the end of the program. So, of course, what is the answer? Can you put it in the fridge for me? How can I put it in the fridge? I don't have a fridge spare right now. They're full up with lots of other different things. They're full up with my own Easter eggs, actually, because I've got so many. Well, actually, I've had an arrow. I've finished that one off. I've got one more to finish off. I've got one here. So, yeah. There we go. One of these. Can you see that? Have a break. Have one of these. That's an advertising spree you won't get this Christmas. You definitely won't get that. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about this. Has anyone heard of this, by the way? It's quite useful to know about this. So, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out about a citizen's card here, which, of course, is a card that you sort of purchase, and, of course, you have to pay for it, obviously, but, of course, it's very useful for going into places that you can't go into, especially at night. For example, like ID sort of places, like pubs, for example. You can pick up these application forms from various places, and I was able to pick up one of these in Great Yarmouth, I think it was. And so, yeah, it's called a citizen's card, okay? And there's an application form, and of course, you would then need to pay, unfortunately, to actually, purchase one of these. I think the price has gone up since I bought one of these. I'm trying to think what it is, and I think it's about £15 now. Yeah, in actual fact it is. But you need, of course, a verifier to actually verify who you are. So, for example, it could be a funeral director, journalist, even a journalist can do it, accountant, bank or building society official, and barrister, a broker, chairman, director of a limited company, pharmacist, or chemist, actually, it's called in this interpretation, citizen card staff member, civil servant, permanent, it's got to be a permanent one, and counsellor, dentist can actually sign it for you as well, a director, manager, and personnel of office of VAT registered company, an engineer with professional qualifications, legal secretary, local government officer, manager, personal officer of a limited company, member of parliament, nurse, RGN and RMN, optician, personal license holder, police officer, post office, Salvation Army officer, social worker, interesting, they can sign it for you, and solicitor and surveyor and teacher and lecturer. So that's all useful, actually. So yeah, it's called a citizen's card, and it looks like this blue card here, and I've had one of these before, but I lost one, so I probably need to get one. But it's useful for those people who want to check your ID, because there's certain places in this world that, of course, won't let you in certain places without one. And sometimes you can't open banks without one. So, yeah, it can be very frustrating on that note. But, yeah, any answers, by the way, on the... Oh, Kay Payne's in the chat. Hello to you. Some thumbs up here. Absolutely amazing. Can anyone guess, of course, the question? And I'll repeat the question as I take a break, because, of course, I need to write it down, so I can't do two things at once. I can't multitask. Can anyone here in the chat multitask at any one point in their lives? So do let us know. Do stand by, because, of course, we're going to take a bit of a breather. So join us in a couple of shakes. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget to tune in to Touring with Us each and every time that you see a special show. In particular, on the Notice Board show with Nickalini Orange, which is your actual special host tonight for your Easter weekend. You, me, and the by far host of all time, and the host and the founder of Touring with Us. That's an advertising spree you won't get in Christmas. Had a nice Christmas, everyone? Or did I say Christmas? Or did I mean Easter? Anyone had a nice Easter? All your eggs gone? Yes, that's my name, Fruit. So we're looking for the surname of the host of tonight's show. If you think you know, tell us and we'll reveal the answer at the end of the show. We want as many answers as possible, so stay tuned to find out what the answer is later on. Let's party. Great track of Dance Floor there by NTP. Actually, it's Teddy J. NTP done the mix of that anyway. But yeah, that was produced in 2015, by the way, and courtesy of MTV Generator Software 2. So yes, remember we heard all of these themes because, of course, we'll be putting this CD here, which you can... Well, you can actually see now as I open the curtains once more, and don't be alarmed because I'm back here in the studio. This kind of thing here will be available here. All of the themes are on this track here, or at least 5 tracks on this CD here, and hopefully we'll be putting that up on our eBay site soon. Yep, we'll let you know when it's up and available to purchase in aid for Touring with Us. So, yeah, hello team, hello everybody. We'll be talking about some interesting stuff tonight, and let's hope that we can get some more interest for you lot out there. And we'll be talking about quickie tips on sleep. Very interesting indeed. And of course, we spoke about this the other day. I don't know if anyone saw our live, which we had to take down for personal reasons, personal level. But quick tips on panic attacks and also quick tips on anger as well. All useful stuff coming from the Mind for Better Mental Health. So, yeah, definitely worth noting all this. And there's some interesting stuff in there that, of course, people listening to this show, or anyone actually listening to the show, could actually take some note from. So, yeah, do stand by because, of course, I'll repeat the question once more. The question is up on the chat right now. And the question is, of course, I can't actually see the chat. I'm having problems with it here. Teddy Joyner is on host. Absolutely. Of course, maybe Fruit can guess this right now. Can you tell me, of course, what is the surname of the host that is hosting the show now? What is the surname? Come on. We all know this by now. Just to get everyone thinking about, of course, the name of the surname, the second name of the host of tonight's show that you're watching right now. If you think you know the answer, let us know in the comments here. So, yeah, happy Easter to Kay Payne from Watford tonight. And, yeah, I did actually see his comment come up on there. But, yeah, please do say happy Easter to us and come and say hello to us, or whatever you like to do. And, of course, Teddy Jr. you've actually got down there. Anyway, so what's the answer to the question that I'm going to repeat once more? The question is, what is the surname of the host of tonight? Come on. Come on, we all know who it is. The clue is it's a fruit. Come on, not anything to do with the moderator fruit, but of course it's a fruit that, of course, I'm known as. Come on, what is the surname? Can you, fruit, win this prize? I need you to win this prize amongst anyone else that wants to guess right now. Come on, do this for the country. What do you think it is? I repeat once more. What is the surname of the host doing the show tonight? This would test some of your memories out there. It really would. See if we can do it. Find out the answer at the end of the show if no one actually bothers to answer. But yeah, you'll find out the answer at the end of the show, which is in less than half an hour from now. It's not Teddy Clouds, by the way. That is not the answer. We're looking for the surname, which is the second name. No, it's definitely not that one that you just put there. No, it's the second name. We're talking about the second name. Everybody has a second name. So if you have a child out there, you'd have a second name. And if you have just a normal human being that you know, you'd have a second name. Okay, so what is the second name of your show host tonight? I think most people should know this by now. And it's not Teddy Joyner. Definitely not that. Okay. Teddy Joyner. I'll tell you where that actually comes from if you stay with the one you're on, and you'll find out that in just a moment. But let's talk about quick tips on panic attacks. I had a panic as I said that word. Quick tips on panic attacks, okay? Try a breathing exercise, which is quite useful to know about. Of course, breathe deeply into your stomach, then breathe out slowly, and make your out breath longer than your in breath. Okay? And repeat until you feel very calm. Okay? Reassure yourself. Tell yourself, right, okay, this is quite important, that all the symptoms you experience are caused by anxiety. Okay? It is not dangerous and it will pass. Okay? This can help you feel calmer and less fearful of future attacks. Quite useful, that. Confide in someone. Try talking to someone that you trust, like your besties, could be anyone, about how you feel. Very useful, very key. These are powerful words here. Join a support group. I've never thought of that one before, but yeah, maybe I did. Join a support group. This can be a useful way of meeting people who understand what you are experiencing. Okay, you can share feelings and discuss coping strategies together. Shift your focus, which is something else we're going to now talk about. Look at a flower, a picture. Anyone tried this before? A picture or something that you find interesting or comforting. Really notice the details, the colours, and any smells or sounds. Listen to music. Listen to relaxing music can help you feel calmer. Keep a diary. Note what happens each time you get anxious. This can help you spot patterns and see what triggers your panic attacks. Create your own coping card. When you feel anxious, it can be hard to remember coping strategies that you have learned. It can be useful to write them down on a small card. For example, a phone number, or do my breathing exercise. Keep this in your bag or wallet and don't lose it. So, quick tips on anger now. So we're going to talk about that. Learning a calming technique. This is when you learn a calm technique. Breathe out for longer than you breathe in, or focus on relaxing tense muscles. Find a technique that actually suits you. Okay, examine your triggers. Learning what makes you angry might help you spot the patterns and better manage triggering circumstances. And walk away from the situation. Buying yourself time to think can help you decide how best to react and make you feel more in control. Avoid drugs and alcohol. This can affect your ability to control your emotions and actions. Interesting. Use up your energy safely. Hitting a pillow or tearing up a newspaper can help relieve anger feelings very safely. That's a good fact of the day, isn't it? So tearing up a pillow, I don't know how many people would actually do that, but tearing up a newspaper can relieve, of course, angry feelings safely. Be more active. Even a little gentle exercise such as walking can let out the tension. Get good sleep. Better sleeping patterns can have a positive impact on your mood. Okay, and talking to a GP can be good, or try taking treatment. Of course, speak to your GP about counselling and other talking treatments for anger. There are also, or may also be, anger management courses in your area. That is quite useful. Work on communication skills. Expressing your anger in an assertive and respectful way can benefit your relationships and self-esteem. And finally, do something to distract yourself, okay? A cold shower. How many of you actually have a cold shower? Maybe in the summer you might do that, but in the winter you might have a warm shower. Or some colouring could actually stop your anger escalating. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. I think there was another one there, but I've lost it somewhere. But yeah, I'm sure I'll find it along the way here. But yes, it's very, very useful information. But I don't know what people felt on that note here. But yes, it's absolutely brilliant. Right, okay, we have an answer already to the surname, of course. Find out if you are right at the end of the programme. We're not going to tell you now, but of course, yeah, we're going to tell you, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, after the break. Anyway, that is another thing altogether. Let's actually go to a short little breather. So we'll be back in just a second. Join, of course, Nickalini Orange each and every show. That includes the Notice Board show here. He is the host and founder of the Touring With Us. Make sure you join him each and every show. By far, the best music and the best chats that you could possibly ever listen to. He usually does about, of course, 1 hour each of the show, unless otherwise stated. Sometimes he reminds you of the football scores as well. So if you have something to chat about on the Notice Board show, feel free to contact, of course, touringwithusteam@gmail.com. That's touringwithusteam@gmail.com. Easter special with Nickalini Orange returns in just a moment. Oh, I didn't have my microphone on. It does sound a bit strange on that note. So, happy Easter Monday to everyone out there. Of course, if we have some new people on the chat, it's always nice to have people on the chat. Of course, I'm always right. I know the surname. Do you really? You'll find out at the end of the program. Absolutely brilliant. So I really, really appreciate people tuning in tonight, wherever you are tuning in from tonight. And of course, yes, I'll be telling you some gossip around the Facebook area. I'm sure there's been some news that has been floating around everywhere at the moment. Of course, GB News has put up this post here. Teenage boy dies while swimming in a canal with friends over the weekend. So, of course, yeah, this is just really a sad sort of story to say about. Of course, teenage boy of age 14, apparently, according to the news story, dies while in a swimming canal, and of course, whilst with friends over the Easter weekend. So it says on the story here that a teenage boy has died after getting into difficulty while swimming with friends in a canal. Police were called at Staunton area of Leeds on East Saturday afternoon after being alerted to the incident. Of course, a 14-year-old boy had been swimming close to a lock before he suddenly disappeared from view. His friend actually alerted the police after being unable to quickly find him. He was actually eventually pulled from the water, and of course, officers and first aid responders searched the canal, and they actually found him as they pulled him from the water. It took those involved in the rescue operation about an hour and a half to find him in the water. After desperate efforts to save the boy, which was aged 14, he was later pronounced dead shortly after. Of course, this is what a police spokesman had to say about this. At 4:32 p.m. on Saturday, police received a concern of safety report of a male in a canal by Thwaite Lane of Leeds. Terrible news, of course. Obviously, we go on to say emergency services attended and recovered a teenage male from the water. So it is sad to hear things like this, and of course, yes, we don't encourage any youngsters to go out there and play around with water if you don't know anything about water and, of course, swimming abilities. Make sure you know how to swim, because, of course, the current can sweep you under, and, of course, that will be not good at all whatsoever. But yeah, in other news, of course, Premier League are ready to ditch Sky Sports and BT Sport in a radical new broadcasting plans. According to the Premier League bosses, they are discussing the notion of cutting out the middleman when it comes to showing live games to, with plans to broadcast matches via their own platform, because Premier League is a standalone sort of, I would say company, if you like. Maybe they're limited by guarantee, so it's a limited company, which basically you have to report to the government. That's what a limited company is. And of course, they are nothing to do with Sky. Sky just tell the Premier League what schedules they want to have the matches. So it's up to Sky to alter the schedules, and that's the sort of culprit behind the schedule changes. So that's what annoys people when they are moving around the times and fixtures of football matches. Sometimes it does annoy people, and sometimes it doesn't. It's a sort of mixture on that one. So, of course, this is the news. Premier League are discussing the future of ditching their multi-partners, including Sky Sports and BT Sports, showing games on their platform. It is likely there will be just one more multi-partner deal before the Premier League cut out the middlemen and run the show themselves. It will be devastating for Sky, who have helped build the Premier League to the financial closeness rather. It has today, after joining forces at its inception in 1992. For the Premier League, it will be a license to print money and make their clubs richer, but of course will be a godsend for supporters who will be faced with a forking out of money for extra subscriptions with more platforms showing football. But that is still in the future and won't initially come to the aid of supporters who are currently having to invest in Sky Sports and BT Sport and Amazon Prime to watch every Premier League game. There's also talk that other networks, including DAZN, DAZN, and Disney Plus, could enter the bidding for the next contract while Viaplay broadcast the recent internationals featuring Wales, Scotland, and Republic of Ireland. It's costing fans about £100 a month to watch all football on TV, while those attending live games are faced with more anti-social kick-off times, a double whammy for paying the public. So more of that story is on the Mirror online if you want to check that out. But there you go. It is, of course, a special, very, very good evening. Only you tuning in. How interesting is that? I'm sure people will be watching on replay. So, yeah, thank you. I think it's time to say one person means a million to me. So I can thank you very, very much indeed. Hopefully I've entertained you. But, of course, we will encourage more people to try and tune in to us. And, of course, yeah, I'm hoping to bring the notice board show, a start, because I'm only pre-doing that show, testing it out to the nation, and of course testing out times when it should go live on the air. Something else to mention as well, of course, yes, very important to mention, the NIR show with Giuliano, as in Giuliano Tomato. That is the current name. Used to be under the name of Giuliano Plum, but it's now changed to Giuliano Tomato. So yeah, that's quite interesting there. Let's do, as it's sort of Easter Monday this evening, a prayer which is quite interesting to read. Of course, the Living God's Love Prayer. Living God, Dreamers. Let's start again. I'm getting sort of nervous here. I don't know what it is. But yeah, the Living God's Love Prayer. Living God, draw us deeper into your love. Jesus, our Lord, send us to care and serve. Holy Spirit, make us heralds of good news. Stir us, strengthen us, and teach us to inspire to live your love. So, yeah, teach and inspire us to live your love with generosity and joy, imagination and courage for the sake of your world. And in the name of Jesus, Amen. I didn't quite read that properly, but I can read that better other days. It's just one of those things, isn't it? So, yes, I will put this little thing here I've got in front of me. I will put it in the fridge. Okay? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'll keep it nice and cold for you so it doesn't melt. For that person I'm going to give this away to. But, yeah, we might even have a winner tonight, but we'll have to wait and see. Yes, I'm glad that you know the surname here, which is absolutely brilliant here. And thank you, everyone that is tuning in right now. Happy Easter to you all. And like I say, if you have any questions whatsoever within the show, feel free to, of course, ask us anything about what we do for Touring With Us. It's time now to talk from the last bits of the show tonight, because it's only an hour long tonight. And, of course, yes, let's talk more about the Touring With Us side of things. We've got lots of videos on there. There's one about the Easter egg hunt that I did in Suffolk. That is quite interesting. I actually managed to find some Easter eggs, but find out on that video whether I did actually do it under 10 minutes. Of course, you can watch the videos on that. Um, and of course, yes, I just want to say hello to Sally Robinson from the Young Hearts organisation in Haverhill. Don't forget to check that out, by the way. And it's on every Wednesday, okay? Every Wednesday in Haverhill, next to the Methodist Church, and it takes place from 2 o'clock. No, it's 1 o'clock till 3. So it's 1 o'clock till 3, and it's a chance to have a little chat in the cup of tea and a biscuit, and possibly play some table tennis. And of course, there are some people that do that. So yeah, I'm not sure it's my cup of tea, but of course I don't mind watching people. It's nice to get out and relax, and it's just somewhere to go to, a group to go to, and you meet new people, and you just relax, and you've got a welcoming atmosphere, that kind of thing. It's really, really marvellous. So yes, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I do hope that everyone's enjoying this Easter special here on the dial here. And of course, massive hello if you're watching in Bury St Edmunds, if you're watching and listening at the same time in Haverhill, massive hello to you. Also, hello if you're watching and listening in Cambridge, a big hello to you all. And hello if you're watching anywhere in East Anglia in particular. Have I forgot any names whatsoever? I don't know. But of course, yes, the more people know about touring with us, the better. Of course, yes, I've got some leaflets to talk about here. Tourist Information Centre in, of course, Ely is, of course, basically in Ely. And it is, of course, at the Oliver Cromwell's house, 29 St Mary's Street in Ely, Cambridge. For info, email this email, which is what most people don't know about because they use more technology these days. And of course, the email is info@visitely.org.uk, and you can visit ely.org.uk for the website for more information. And the Tourist Information Centre, as I say, is Oliver Cromwell's house in Ely. And it's actually called Ely Tourist Information Centre. When visiting Ely, please make your first port of call to Ely's Tourist Information Centre, located at Oliver Cromwell's house. Obviously, Oliver Cromwell, as in Cromwell, has got some history attached to that. So, yeah, it's very interesting to find out what Oliver Cromwell did, whether you liked him or not, of what his historical sort of, information. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff can provide you with all you need to know, whether you are intending to stay for the day or a short break or even longer. Of course, the service that they offer, I can't even pronounce my words sometimes. Apologies about that. Services that they offer: accommodation, booking service, local travel and transport information, extensive range of leaflets and guides, box office service and events information, range of tours and group visits, local interest books, trails and maps, a gift shop stocking local produce, souvenirs, unusual gifts and takeaway refreshments, and function room available for private hire, and escape room, if you know what a escape room is. Interesting there. We will be on a slight extension here because we've been going on for 53 minutes here on the clock here. It does actually say my end how long we have been going, which is a great thing about YouTube Live. Facebook, you don't know how long you've been going for, but that's another thing altogether. So this is a great restaurant to try out here. If you've not seen the leaflet of this is called Jenny's Burger and Restaurant. Of course, their number is 01440 703 277, and they've got a mobile number as well. They have the minimum food order of £15 if you're in the vicinity of Haverhill, plus £2 delivery charge, which they used to in many places, and takeaways and all those kind of things used to charge for nothing. But now there's an extra £2 delivery charge on some of these things. Minimum food order for £20 um, for, of course, takeaways to villages, and plus a £4 delivery charge. Wow. Yeah, because they have to go further, that kind of thing. And it's probably petrol and diesel these days. So it's open 7 days a week, the restaurant itself, and of course from Monday to Sunday, 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. at night, and delivery times are Monday to Sunday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. It's at 44 Queen Street of Hayville, Suffolk, CB9 9EF. The kind of food that they have, of course, obviously they do a lot of breakfast stuff, and of course jacket potatoes for £7. A lot of this could go up since we speak. I don't know if this is the latest one, so we'll have to just take it that it might well be the latest one. It looks like a new leaflet anyway, but we'll see. But burgers are about £8.50. Sounds about right anyway. Breakfast for traditional is £6.50. The brunch breakfast is, of course, £7.50. Sounds about right, doesn't it? And special grill is £6.50, and pancake breakfast of £6.50, and vegetable breakfast of £6.50. Yeah, so with chips of a quarter pounder club is £8.50. Okay, burgers are really that price these days. So yeah, if you have a burger meal, of course it's £6.50. That includes, of course, chips and a drink. So you can have a drink of Pepsi Max and Diet Cola and all that kind of thing. So that's quarter pounder with cheese and chips and a drink for £6.50. Not too bad price indeed. You can have half a pounder with chips with a drink. That's £7.50 including a drink. And burger meal 3 is monster burger, chips and drink, of course £9.50. And burger meal 4 is chicken fillet burger with chips and drink is £6.50. And burger meal 5, king size burger with chips and a drink for £6. This is, of course, the Jenny's Burger and Restaurant here, and of course that is in Haverhill, 44 Queen Street. And truly and deeply remember where you heard that. Of course, yes. Hello to Giuliano. Julian, you got a hello? I think he's sort of resting his eyes out there. Bless his old heart. But anyway, yeah, it's now time, of course. Yeah, time has just beaten us here. It just goes so fun-packly quick here. It really does. Oh dear, yeah, it does. Lots of oranges there. I wonder what that's all about. But, of course, yeah, it's time to reveal the answer to the one and important question. And, of course, we do have a winner. And, of course, the winner, of course, is watching me right now. And the winner is, of course, fruit. Congratulations, it is Nickalini Orange, the answer of the surname of tonight's show host. And congratulations, yes, you are a winner. You're going to get those Easter eggs anyway. Well, those Cadbury's cream eggs. You can have all to yourself. And a little one inside as well. Shall I stand up and say it right now? I'll stand up. The little one there. But yeah, I haven't got one of those. But yeah, in a way, I'm so glad of that. But yes, I'd rather someone else have that rather than me. But of course, it's good that someone else has that kind of thing. I'm not going to go into details. I'm not allowed to say anything or enclose any details regarding that whatsoever. No, indeed. I don't give away information like that easily these days. So, of course, that, my all-weather friend, is just about it for the show. Of course, I just want to leave you with one thing here, which is a really bit of a sad thing today. We didn't get to go to Iceland today in Hayville, in High Street. For some reason, it was closed before 7 o'clock. It had on the door that it was open to 7 on a Monday, but of course, for some reason, it might have been because of Easter, I don't know, but do let us know in the comments if you know of anyone in the Hayville area that knows about why Iceland and Haverhill was actually closed a little bit earlier. But the only thing I can think of was that it was Easter. And I was having a lovely chat with a bus driver. I'm not going to mention any names in case they know who this bus driver is. And of course, it was a nice little chat anyway. But it was a Cambridge driver, I think. I call it a Cambridge driver. But of course, yeah, it was talking about why, of course, some of the trackers on buses do not actually work. There's two reasons why this might happen. Okay, the bus driver hasn't put in all the details because it's a Wi-Fi system that connects to the Wi-Fi up in the sky, which is basically a satellite which actually transmits to another computer, and that's how the actual trackers work on the bus users, or is it bus times? Actually, it's bustimes.org, which you need to go to, and that will give you information of the actual type of bus, whether it's a double decker. I can't pronounce it, but yeah, double decker or no double decker. Which, if it doesn't show double decker, it means it's a single decker coming in your area. And if it's not showing at all, of course, the bus driver, sorry, I can't pronounce it sometimes, the bus driver has not put the information in, okay, and they haven't been bothered to type it through to say that the bus has been cancelled out. Or there's something wrong with the machine signalling it out on the GPRS or whatever they call it. So that's two things it could be, okay. One thing, the driver hasn't actually notified the company that the bus is cancelled, and two, of course, the GPRS, whatever they call it, on the machine, the ticket machine, has not been working. So that's another solution. 9 times out of 10, that would be the solution, according to what this bus driver said. So, yeah, that's one thing. And, of course, they haven't been able to track the buses today or over the weekend. Another reason for that is that, of course, we did get an answer for this. I've got to try and remember if I can. Yeah, he did actually say that, of course, again, they haven't been able to bother to switch it on, you know, because, of course, it's all done at the Stagecoach office, apparently. So, that's what we hear. That is the insider information that I thought I'd never ever get. But that's another thing altogether. Hopefully the tracker will be back running tomorrow. And by the way, the East Town Park will be running tomorrow. Of course, the kiosk, that is. And, of course, it is open normally till 8 o'clock, the actual East Town Park, for those car park users out there. So get yourself down there if you are travelling by car. And, of course, the kiosk is open normally from 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. till, of course, 4:30 p.m. And it's open all week and weekends, of course. And, of course, yes, it's all week because of the Easter holidays. But after that, it'll be weekends until summer. So, yeah, bear that in mind if you want to have a coffee or a hot chocolate to warm yourself up on a nice hot summer's day. Weather permitting, because sometimes it can be a bit wet down there sometimes. So yes, make sure you keep yourself warm on that note. So there we have it. Of course, we say a huge thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you have anything you would like us to talk about in the show, if you have something that is useful community-wise on our shows, which of course the pre-test show, I'll be testing it out for a couple of weeks now until we have official time that we're going to broadcast it, because I don't know what a time suits at the moment. We just want to get people interested and used to the show before it goes out, rather than running before you can walk. So I don't really want to do that. So I want to test the show out and get people interested in it, and then of course, you know, get some content out which is useful for the public to know about, as we talk about stuff that of course nobody else dares to mention, which is a bit of a sad shame, but that's another thing altogether. So I'm struggling to hear myself, which can be a little bit of a problem as well. That's a lot better now. I can hear myself. Yeah. Anyway, so this is how it goes. Of course, you do not need me to tell you on this note. And I'm gonna say this now. I wish you all a good, happy, merry Easter holidays for the rest of the week here. Hopefully, I'll see my besties at some point during the week. But yes, I will definitely do a catch up, and you'll definitely be getting one of these here. And you can actually see it for yourself. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sort of tempting for anyone here? So congratulations to the winner tonight. She'll be on her way of winning. Yes, Nikki Gibbs is in the chat here, one of our other moderators. And very good evening to you as well. Of course, yes, I will bring them for you tomorrow, indeed. So, yeah, Nikki, are you pleased with your 2-2 draw at Anfield, as they got a 2-2 draw Liverpool against Arsenal recently? I don't think a bookie member, being an Arsenal fan, was too pleased about that. You could probably understand why on that note. But yes, thank you so much, everyone. And my prize winner, goes to Fruit because, yes, not only she is the star of the show tonight, I've nominated the star of the show like per usual. And I would like to thank everyone that's had a go. It's only one person that's had a go at guessing the question which we asked at the beginning of the show. What was my surname at this show? So, yeah, tonight's host surname, what was it? And the answer was Orange. Okay, remember where you heard that. So congratulations to Fruit. Well done to her, because she has got herself a prize. And okay, hello, sort of messages coming through now, which is great. That game was tense, but I'm glad for a draw. Absolutely. How is Hatfield these days? Have you enjoyed your holiday, as you do sometimes do have with the little ones out there, family holidays, that kind of thing, in Hemsby or Hunstanton, which I have been to, but not for quite some time. But yeah, thank you very much for stopping by, though. It really, really is nice that you are stopping by. Yeah, I knew what the question was. Well, basically, you knew the answer, actually. Yeah, absolutely. And that's from Fruit this evening. And can we... yes, if he wants to come on, that's the best way to put him on here. So, yeah, absolutely. So, if you have any questions regarding touring with us, we'll keep the show going on and keep the lines open for at least another maybe 20 minutes as people now are tuning in. So, yeah, we spoke about anger, we spoke about panic attacks, I said that perfectly this time, and other things besides. So, very interesting. Yes, of course, you can add this guy to the list if he wants to come on and be a subscriber. So, yeah, we're looking for new people to come on and basically support the channel in any way. Yeah, went to Heacham last weekend and needed a break. Haven't had the best start to 2023. Oh dear, what a shame, Nikki. Really, really sad to hear that. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, really. But hopefully we're here to entertain you, cheer you up, and sort of relax you on that sort of note. It's been a sort of quite Easter Monday in the Suffolk area. And, of course, even a bus driver said to me that, of course, it's been quiet today, but very busy on a Sunday. How extraordinary is that? And it's quite confusing, actually, to say the least. Very confusing, I have to say. Sorry, I'm just looking over there for some reason. But, yeah, don't worry, the camera's on. It's the Big Brother camera watching me now. But, yeah, it's like a CCTV, isn't it, in here? But, no, seriously. Yeah, it's quite weird because I would say Monday is a bank holiday, and of course, not always it's a bank holiday, but of course it will be for the Queen's, not Queen, the King Charles. Um, his coronation on Monday will be a bank holiday, but any other Monday will be a normal day. But of course, as it was Monday and Friday, of course, it was actually Sunday service on buses in some areas. Not all areas had Sunday service. Like the Haverhill to Cambridge will have a Sunday service, and that's the only route pretty much that does have one, unless there's guided busways that have them as well. So, yeah, that is the scenario on that. So, yeah, very interesting indeed. What is other people saying there? Okay. Yes, I hope Scott Smart is okay, as, of course, Fruit has been saying. Lots of crosses there, as in aid for Jesus Christ, which, of course, yeah, we all know. Sorry about knocking the microphone here, but we all know, of course, we have been sort of, well, some of us have been celebrating Easter for good reason. Obviously, Jesus was supposed to be crucified on Friday, I believe it was, and rose from the dead, apparently, according to the Bible, on Sunday. I don't know how true all this is. For those atheists out there, they can believe what they like. It's up to them. People have their own choices whether they want to believe in it whatsoever. So, of course, I'm going to read you something here whilst people are now coming in to have a little bit of a chat with us this evening. Giuliano Tomatoes in the chat. Hello to you. Yes, he said, hope Scott okay. Wow, Giuliano's hiding in the other room at the moment. Hello, Giuliano. What is he doing here? All the moderators are in the chat tonight, including myself. But so, of course, if you've not heard of this booklet here, I just thought I'd mention this before we leave tonight. We will finish about 10:30 tonight, so we don't want to just keep you all up tonight, because some people may want to have an early night. Yes, because they've got some travelling to do the next day. But I'm sure it's all okay. UCB word for today. It's actually a radio station, a bit like I think Premier Christian, something like that. A Christianity radio station. I think it's called Premier or something. But it's very similar to that. It's UCB, United Christian Broadcasters, which basically is a radio station, and they talk about, of course, religion stuff, mainly about Christianity. But believe it or not if you want. So if you don't believe what we're telling you, then it's entirely up to you. I don't go around, being one of those people that force it on people, because we're not allowed to do that here. We just read what it says. If you believe it, you believe it. If you don't, you don't. That's entirely up to you. Okay. These words are sort of a version of the Bible, basically, and it comes in this book here. Why pray? Why pray? Of course, we read you this. Whatever things you ask in prayer, believing, you will receive. And it comes from Matthew 21/22 NKJV. If you say God loves me and knows what I need, why should I have to ask him for it? Because prayer means talking to God and listening to God, which leads to building a relationship with him. Jesus said, seek ye first the kingdom of God, sounds like a hymn to me, and his righteousness, and all those things shall be added unto you. When your prayers are based on your relationship with God, your needs get met. When you love God and spend time with him, when you love God and spend time with him, the word says, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. But it was to us that God revealed these things by his Spirit. Did you get that? Did you really get that? Okay. God has the level of blessing in mind for you that your natural eye can't see, nor your natural mind can comprehend. And when you pray, He reveals things to you by His Spirit. When that happens, your faith grows and you're able to receive what God wants you to have. So develop a lifestyle for prayer. Praying all the time, wherever you go, in the midst of your daily routine. Casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you. God cares about every detail of your life. So when you become anxious about something, talk to Him about it. And don't forget to read His Word. That way, when a problem comes up, you can say, Father, you said in your word you would do this for me. Then quote the promise and stand on it. That's the passage of why pray, okay? Remember truly and deeply where you heard that. Did you all enjoy that? That's the main thing out of there. Hopefully I read that to the best of my knowledge there. It's not easy to read this on air when hundreds of millions of people watching. But anyway, Nikki, can you meet my son when he is born? One day, that could happen. Absolutely. So, yes, Nikki says, yeah, definitely sort something out soon. Julian will keep you posted on that. Yes, exactly. We have been missing all of you indeed. Making sure everything is running smoothly. So, Giuliano Tomato, what's he saying? We always think about you and Scott on the news channel on GB News when Dan Wootton on from 9 p.m. to 11 on Monday to Thursday. That's because we always say good night, don't we? That's what it is, Julian, isn't it? He says good night, and we say that very word as well. It reminds me of Nick. Sorry, my microphone went a bit berserk there. Sorry about that. Bit of interference there, and of course, what we were saying is that when, of course, Dan Wootton says good night, we call that good night to Nikki at the end with a smile. That's what it reminds us, because we used to say that a lot on here. With a huge smile, and we're going to say that very shortly in about 10 minutes time. So yeah, if you have anything to share with us, anything that you've seen, what is it that you have loved so far about touring with us since we have been going? You know, we were under the name many years ago, a few years back actually, of Freelance Videos. I don't know if that's ever going to return, but of course we started that on Facebook, and that was what we did before we started doing a Touring With Us program. But yeah, I've actually, talking about Touring With Us, maybe I'll do this live here at some stage here. I've actually done a sort of virtual career mode of Touring With Us. Can you just imagine a Touring With Us FC football club starting up very soon? Yeah, I wonder where we would actually put it though. That's the question. A Touring With Us FC. And I've actually done a virtual career on the latest FIFA 2022, I think it is, last year's one. And of course, apparently I am a female manager. How extraordinary is that? I'm actually a female manager. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah. So yes, I know you are very keen of that moment, which will happen to you, you know, as we speak here, and you'll be looking back on this video. Hopefully, this video will stay up for future generations. And of course, you'll be looking back at this fruit. Yes, I'm talking to fruit now, and anyone else that is interested in this. That, of course, yes, and that special one that you're wanting to see right now we'll be looking back at this saying, wow, of course, what a favourite bestie that I have. And, it'll bring back great memories. And of course, if that one is watching now in the future, then of course it will be amazing achievement, and it'll be worth the wait. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, I had a problem with my microphone. It went buzzing again. That's when I'm getting really enthusiastic about, of course, what I'm trying to be saying. And to put it in an English kind of context here, it's basically it's a scenario of this: good things happen to those who wait. It'll be definitely worth the wait. All that wait will be over soon. Okay, and of course it'll be just amazing. Nikki says any names yet? Of course, yes. I'm sure that fruit will have some names. Uh, until then, wait. We must not think premature at any times. If we think too quick, to be honest with you, if we think ever too quick, things will not happen or may not happen to the way we think. Hopefully, I've made you all think by what I'm actually talking about here. It's rather like this guy called I think is Alex something. Yeah, I can't think of his name, but I'll come back to you on that. But of course, yes, it's a very good comedian out there who actually makes people think, a bit like a Jim Davison style. He's another one that makes people actually think. So definitely worth listening to that. I see. Alex Byfield is. Has anyone heard of that? He is one of the comedians on YouTube, and of course, Jim Davison has his own Ustream account. Definitely got a lot of following on that, by the way. It's definitely worth checking out, and both of those guys are. So Alex Byfield, of course, was talking to Jim Davison himself, and of course saying to Jim Davison that he has a great platform out there, like what we do here. We talk about things that nobody else dares to touch, and of course we try to, inform people of stuff that is not really spoken about, much, especially in any kind of shape or form in a media like Sly News, BBC, mainstream media, that kind of thing. Especially they won't discuss all this kind of stuff that we're discussing here, but you do get something of both sides of the story, whether you believe it or not, and the mixture of variation of presenters on GBN News. I've even got a mug of GBN News. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. Of course, we still got, I believe, I've got one of those key rings left. So if anybody wants to buy a key ring, let us know, and we'll try and get one on its way to you. So yeah, I believe I have one to show you what one looks like. So this is the last one. Lucky, it's my lucky day today. Let's go back here. Oh, what's been going on with my PC today? Oh, there you go. It's back now. So yeah, sorry about that. To put it this way, yeah, we have one more left. If anybody wants to buy one of those, feel free to do so. And I think Fruit bought one recently. And what we'll do is throw in an extra, as a free gift, a free, yes, free postcard with touring with us signed on it. Okay, so it's an exclusive postcard you'll get with it if you buy one of these. It's like if you buy this record, your life will be fantastic. If you buy one of these key rings, your life will be better as well. A bit like that Tampa song. So yeah, what's all the conversations? Have I missed anything tonight? Dear, Yeah, Nikki says, yeah, we have missed you all of you too. Just going through hard times this year hasn't been kind to us all so far. So we're not 100% amazing right now. Um, that's a bit of a shame, really. It really, really is sad times that we're all going through. And I'm glad so much that Nikki has come back to us and, popped by this evening. It's really been absolutely, truly amazing. And we really, really do appreciate that. It's just really, really fantastic that people come and tune in to us wherever they are watching. And I keep thinking of Hatfield and where I've been before, and of course, that time when I was on Facebook, I had a runny nose then at that point, but I did go to the Harpseafield Hall Spoons there, which I think, as it gets warmer, it'd be a great idea for Fruit, myself, and Giuliano to visit down there on the what we call a choo-choo train, otherwise known as the train from Cambridge, which I believe turns up at Hatfield. But you have to get a bus to get to the Galleria. If you know where the Galleria is, Nikki, you might possibly know that as you're in that sort of area. We notice Hatfield is a very, very big place, and you could easily get lost there if you don't know your way. But at the time, people were apprehensive about the COVID stuff and all that kind of thing. I don't want to talk too much about that, but of course, people were just a little bit sort of, don't want to be near you, sort of thing. And that was the impression I got, which is not very nice to say the least. But of course, despite all that, I did enjoy a lovely day out on that day. I managed to get a return ticket at the time. I need to sort out my reduced ticket without giving away any information whatsoever. So there you go. There we have it. So it's been very, very nice that, of course, we've had some people tuning in this evening. And, Nikki is one of them that has turned up tonight. And, of course, Kim Smith, we haven't seen for a long time, but she did wish us a happy Easter. So, yeah, sorry, Fruit, you was asking me why. Okay. Great. We've got hidden viewers in here tonight. It's quite amazing, actually. Sometimes you don't know people are tuning in, and of course, it's mystery viewers. It really is. Have we gone off air? I believe we have. So I don't know. Has it gone off air? I don't know. But of course, it seems like there's nothing coming up. Is it bluffering still? Oh, it's still broadcasting, is it? Oh, okay, we're back. Sometimes it comes and goes. It might be that. Oh, I've gone frozen. It might be that. I don't know what it is. I can't even get back to my studio. I see. Yeah, it comes and goes. It's our network. So we do apologise about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I don't know it's not responding. It's coming back. It's coming back. Is it frozen? Oh, right. It just comes and goes, this stream. There you go. I'm going to have to, check out the other bit here. So I do hope everyone's had a fantastic show tonight. We will be finishing very, very shortly. I know I've been going on for quite some time this evening. It is a special because it's Easter. Everyone likes to go on an extension, don't they, at some point in their lives? But yes, here we go. Easter special. It's even got a picture of me on it. I can actually see myself. That's the main thing. It's still going out on air. That's the main thing. So yeah, I can say hi to everyone. Hi, hi to all the besties out there. Giuliano Tomato says, what time and relaxing, okay, tomorrow. Okay, does that make any sense? Yeah, oh, okay, I've got the stream working now, so yeah. Cool key rings. Are you watching something that's about half an hour behind? Are you lot watching on a delay or something? Thank you, Julian. She says it's been hard for both of us, and I can't say why on here, but I appreciate your support. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, I would say I hope that your situation that you cannot say on air gets solved anytime soon. I know it's not going to be straightforward, as you might think it's an ongoing thing that never ends. Well, we call it the show that never ends. But what I will say is, oh, it's bluffing here for some reason. I don't know why. It might be the signal here. We've crashed. Are you still on air? Oh, okay. Oh, it is on. We are on still. Sorry, everybody. It's just sometimes the network on this end keeps sort of bluffing sometimes. Yes, it's definitely safe to keep things private, and if you do not want to say things on the chat, of course, keep everything private and do not, of course, mention on the chat if it is personal problems. But yes, anything related to touring with us, any questions for touring with us, feel free to throw on the chat. That's what the chat is all about. So yeah, I wouldn't say on here. It is personal anyway. Lovely people, amazing. We are, and of course, she's off to bed. Take care. Speak more soon. I'm sure she'll be back on our channel soon, especially when we do our walkabouts. If we ever do our walkabouts again, yes. And we'd like to thank her for coming on. It's been very much a pleasure, Nikki, that you come on at least to come and say hello to us. So unfortunately, you weren't able to have a go at the Easter egg competition, which was for a prize giveaway. But of course, we did have a winner. That's the main thing. So the winner goes to fruit, and of course, all of those Easter eggs will be going in the mouth of fruits as of this week. So yes, that is my all-weather friends. Just about it for the show. Except to say, we'll catch you back on the next show of the Notice Board Show, and possibly there will be an NIR show if Julian can sort out the hymns. And of course, we'll try and keep it uninterrupted without me talking over the top. But the reason why I'm doing that is simply because of copyright issues. But we want to take a chance sometimes, and we'll talk when the sort of music is finished, and then that way we'll have a chat in between. But sometimes we like to take a chance. Sometimes we can talk over the tunes. Depends what he's playing. Sorry? At what time? Well, of course, that is a good question, actually. It'll have to be on in the evening. Maybe 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. We'll actually confirm that on the day. I think it's going to be either one of those times. Anyway, we would like to say a huge thank you very much for listening and watching tonight. We've been on a overtime extension tonight. We're on overtime. We don't care. Absolutely. So we are going to leave you with a relaxing track, which is one of the theme tunes. Please stay on and listen to it because it is very, very relaxing. If you want to hear my relaxing voice over the top of it, feel free to stay on and listen to it before the stream ends. From myself here, Nickalini Orange, as a special congratulations to Fruit. You are the star of the show because you are a prize winner of guessing correctly, of course, my surname of Nickalini Orange. Well done, congratulations to you. And your prize of the cream eggs will be coming to you very, very soon. From all of us here, on behalf of Touring With Us, yes, sounding like a train announcer here, or choo-choo announcer, of course, we can do it. Do it for the country. See you next time. I will say good night and God bless. And from all of us, we will say this together. Good night. Oh, yes, by the way, just a quick reminder of the free meals. Every Friday, turn up at 5 o'clock. It says turn up 4 p.m. for the kids, but it's actually starting at 5 p.m. And it goes on for an hour to about 6 p.m. Activities and refreshments, food served after. So food will be at about 5 p.m. at St Mary's Church of Haverhill in Suffolk. So there we have it. Okay. Right, okay, we'll leave you with this bit here. We'll say goodbye to you all. God bless you all and stay safe. See you next time. Good night. So, on behalf of Touring With Us, we thank you very much for listening. As my voice hopefully goes with you as you drift off in a relaxing way and not an unconscious way. You'll still be conscious because, of course, my voice won't get you to sleep that easy. But we'd like to sort of take you into a deep relaxation mode wherever you are listening, as my voice goes deeply with you. And just think of those lovely people that you met today. May bring it closer to you. In faith we pray. Coming from the evening listening hymn tune. Sorry, I said that wrong. Of course, hymn tune of Evening Litany, okay? And, of course, that was written by Harrison Oxley, who actually performed the organ at St Edmundsbury Cathedral. How strange is that? That the work that we have done today may bring it closer to you. In faith we pray. Basically, I think he's meaning, because he wrote that on an aeroplane whilst he was going on holiday. And, of course, yes, that's what I apparently was told back in the time. And I think it means that you think about all the people that you have met today. The good people, that is. May it bring us closer to you. In faith we pray. In other words, think of the good times. And think about going to a very, very good beach. Maybe in East Anglia, maybe abroad, I don't know. But of course, just think of that. Make the feeling stronger, brighter. And hopefully you can relax by listening to my voice. Will smooth you in a comfort and relaxing way. You, me, and this music by far. Think of good times ahead and screw up in a massive ball the past. Throw it away in the distance, and this is where it starts here today. The good times we are speaking about today. As I close my speech for now, I remind you about the notice board show. That is a tea with a touring with us. But what I actually mean is that it's definitely a pre-record show that we're testing out at the moment. T meaning test. So we thank you for listening. We thank you for the music tonight. God bless you all. Stay safe. Thank you for watching and listening to the Easter Monday special with Nickalini Orange. Time to watch the Dan Morton Show on GBN News 236. Isn't it great to get that feeling back again, that Dan Wootton feeling again? So, yes, he's on tonight for the rest of the hour to at least 11 o'clock. Of course, there's probably only about 20 minutes left of it anyway. Time for the Greatest Britain and Union Jackass very soon. I think the Greatest Britain has got to be fruit, and the Union Jackass is all the dimbats out there. But anyway, yeah, mention no names. But we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.